realize how much power you have in your thinking, in your brain? The most wonderful part of us as being people that the Lord gave us, the most powerful part of all, it's not our bodies, it's our mind. And you have so much power in your mind. So are you using that power to your benefit, to grow you, to be the success that one part of you wants more than anything else that just won't happen? So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit here about the power of forgiveness. Now, this is a really hard thing to do. There are so many of us out here who we can't forgive when someone has done us wrong. We can't forgive what was done to us. We can't forgive what was done against us. We want to see that person punished. We want to see them just anything and everything but forgiving. And it's really hard. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat this, guys, because it is really hard to forgive someone who has hurt you. There's no doubt about it. If someone has hurt you, you have a hard time on saying, you know what, I forgive you. And it's something that you may have had happen back 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. And you know what? That thing that happened to you has made you a victim this whole time, regardless of when it happened. It has made you a victim. Whether you can see that or not, it comes out in your actions. It comes out in your thinking. It comes out in how you attack life, on how you accept what's going on in your life and how you're changing that. So this is not something that is just for certain people. This is for all of us, because there has been something that's happened. Doesn't matter if you're a multimillionaire, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have had something happen in your life that has really made you upset, that has made you just a victim. And that is a fact. I was thinking about this morning as I was going over what I was going to talk about after I finished my meditation. And I always give you guys value on what's going on in the world and what we're doing and the mindset. And that's the focus that I try to stay on. And this is a huge mindset. So hold on just a second. I usually don't read the chat while I'm talking because it kind of deters me from what I'm doing. Okay, back to tact. Okay, when you can forgive the situation, and I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying, you know, someone did you wrong, they hurt you bad. I mean, really hurt you physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm not saying you have to actually forgive that person so much. If you can, that is a bigger benefit to you. It is nothing for that person, okay? I am not saying that you are going to forgive that person per se. If you can forgive that person, you know, I forgive you for being a blank blank or whatever, but you have to actually mean it and feel it and just let it come from your heart and your soul. So when you're doing this and you know what these hidden demons are, you know what is causing you to be a victim of circumstance, a victim of life. So what I found out over the years, and not just for myself, but in talking to thousands of other people, is when you can forgive for your own benefit. So what I did, and this, it works. It really works. It's hard. It's really hard. I'm not going to tell you it's not hard. But when you can forgive a situation that happened to you, you can, and what I did is I said, I forgive this that happened, and I said what it was that happened to me. I forgive that situation. I forgive that outcome. I forgive that. And I forgive myself for holding on to that all these years. wasn't so much forgiving the person, it was forgiving myself, and it was for holding on to it and making me a victim, because I don't want to be a victim. I know you don't either. So when I did that, and I kept letting it flow and letting it flow, and I started feeling better and better, because it was a matter of forgiving the circumstance, forgiving what happened to me, not what the person did to me, was forgiving the situation. And when I was able to forgive that, then it was so much easier. And then I was able to look at my life, and you can do the same thing. Look in your life, what's going on, what's not going on. So do that and see what is really, it's probably not even going to be something prevalent. Maybe you had a bad childhood and that's had a negative impact on your lifestyle. That's always a possibility. Forgive that. Forgive that, your parents didn't know how to, proceed, didn't know how to be successful. Forgive that your parents maybe weren't as good and loving parents as they could have been. Forgive the situation, forgive the circumstance. Another thing that I know helps is if you can go face to face with this person or persons that you are being held back from, that is a negative on your life, that's making you a victim. Because if you are a victim of whatever circumstance, you're going to find that that's holding you back in a small, inconspicuous way that you may not see that it is. You may think, well, that happened 30 years ago. That I'm not even relevant to that year. That happened 20 years ago, whatever. If it was traumatic in your thinking and in your being, then it is a huge possibility that there is a fragment of that is holding you back from getting the success you want. Regardless of what you're wanting to be successful at, whether it be a job or a home business, or maybe you just, every time you get going, you get started, something stops you, something gets in the way. Sound familiar? It's very, very possible that that is a probability that it's happening. I didn't even realize all of this was happening in my life at the time when I started doing this cleansing of my, not just my aura, but of my thinking, of my getting my mindset in order. I started this years ago. I've always used mindset, didn't even know what it was at the time, but I was always using it without knowing what it was. So when I finally learned what it is, I've learned how to cleanse myself and I'm standing up, and to clean out my emotions, my vibrations that I'm putting out. So I encourage you to get rid of everything in there that is holding you back, that is hidden deep inside of you. Let it go. And for your own benefit, I found when I was able to, and if I couldn't get face to face with the person, there was a person that I needed to cleanse some things with, and the person had passed away, had passed on. So I wrote a letter. Put it in an envelope, addressed it to the person, everything, and I burned it. That was the best way I could come up with to let it go. And you know what? It did. It freed me in ways that I can't explain how good I felt when I felt it lift. I felt it go away. I wasn't going to hold on to being a victim from what happened to me from that person. I wasn't going to be a victim any longer. So I've chosen over the time to go through and remove anything and everything I could come up with that was holding me back. And I found what was holding me back by looking at different things I was doing, like different systems or different strategies, different ways I was using to grow my business. And I would come up with something and I would be like, well, no, I can't do it that way. Or, I can't get out there in front of all those people. Or, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How can I be in a crowd like that? Or how can I be alone on a street? Oh my gosh, I can't do that. What if I get attacked? Whatever. It was a fear. It was a fear. that held me back from reaching out to get the help I needed in my business to get the steps and the coaching I needed at the time. So when I learned that the power of forgiveness for myself, I didn't have to forgive that person or those people, and there was several different people involved, but what I had to forgive was that it happened to me. I forgive that I was the victim of this situation. I forgive that I was the victim of circumstance. I forgive that I held on to this for so long. I am no longer a victim. It doesn't matter what it was. Maybe it was a bad divorce. Maybe it was your parents. Maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was just being treated badly. Maybe you were bullied in school. You know, whatever it was, those things, those thoughts stick in your subconscious and they hold us back. So I encourage you all today to take the time you need. If you're growing your business, if you're having hurdles, if you're having things that are holding you back, if you're not getting to move forward where you need to go, look at what could be holding you back. And it could be these hidden demons. I call them demons because for me, it was like when I released everything that was holding me down and holding me back, I started soaring. I started being able to go out there and to do things and to be and to grow my business and to not be afraid anymore of anything. Not that I'm not afraid, but you know what I mean. So take hold of yourself, of your life, of everything with you, for you, about you, and do have the person you want to be. That's all you have to do. Release the victim mode. You are not a victim any longer. And this is going out for everybody because we all have something somewhere. If we're not succeeding, we haven't released the demons that are holding us back. So I encourage you to take the time to release what's holding you down, what's holding you back, and to become the person you really want to be. And you can do it, okay? I ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel here. And it's right down there at the bottom. And ring that bell so you can get a notification on all of our posts that we put out, okay? And also I put out a link for you also for some training to help you in your business. It's going to take you to, it's going to get you going. It's what's going to happen. It's going to give you some insight and it's going to give you some strategies. So definitely take a look at that. And you know what, guys? Just be the best you can be and release the hidden demons that are making you a victim. You do not have to be a victim anymore. Let it go. It's not, you're not forgiving the person that hurt you so much as you're forgiving the situation that's holding you back. Forgive it because forgiveness is power. It is so powerful and you have this in you. Okay? Okay. I will definitely have a chat with you later, and please like and share our video, and let's please help as many people out there as we can, okay? I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.